You are in your first months of pregnancy and struggling with morning sickness. I feel you. You're not alone. This is a common experience for many, as the body undergoes numerous changes during this crucial first trimester. You see, morning sickness is often one of the first signs of pregnancy, and it's believed to be linked to the surge of hormones your body is producing to nurture your developing baby. While it's a normal part of pregnancy, it doesn't make it any less uncomfortable, right? The nausea, the vomiting, it can be quite overwhelming. And it's not just confined to the morning, despite its name. Morning sickness can strike at any time of the day or night, catching many by surprise. The good news? There are ways to ease this discomfort or even eliminating the pain altogether. From understanding your body's changes to adjusting your diet, there are simple strategies to help manage morning sickness. But don't worry, I have a special package that will help. First, let us discuss some foods that are proven to help ease morning sickness. Before that, though, it is important for us to understand what morning sickness really is. What is morning sickness? It's a common phenomenon that many pregnant individuals experience, usually during the first trimester, but it's not restricted to just the mornings. In fact, it can strike at any time of the day or night. Morning sickness is primarily caused by an increase in specific hormones during pregnancy. The main culprits are human chorionic gonadotropin, or HCG, and estrogen. These hormones rise rapidly in the early stages of pregnancy, playing a crucial role in the development of the baby. However, they also have a side effect. They can make you feel queasy or even lead to vomiting. The body's response to these hormonal changes is quite complex. It's not just about the hormones themselves, but also how your body reacts to them. For instance, the elevated levels of HCG stimulate the part of your brain that controls nausea and vomiting. This response is thought to be a protective mechanism, evolved over time to shield the developing baby from potentially harmful substances. Estrogen, on the other hand, slows down the process of stomach emptying. This can lead to a feeling of fullness, even when you've not eaten much, adding to the nausea. There's also the role of the heightened sense of smell. Yep, you heard that right. Pregnancy can make certain smells more potent, and this sharp increase in sensory perception can trigger nausea or vomiting. So, why do some people experience morning sickness and others don't? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It can depend on various factors, including genetic predispositions, stress levels, and multiple pregnancies. The good news is, morning sickness is generally a sign of a healthy pregnancy, and usually subsides by the second trimester. But while it's happening, it can be quite uncomfortable. Knowing this, we can better understand how certain foods can help manage these symptoms. Stick around as we delve into the best foods to eat to combat morning sickness in our next segment. Now onto the foods that can help alleviate morning sickness. First, let's talk about proteins. Eating protein-rich foods can be extremely beneficial during the early months of pregnancy. Proteins are building blocks for your body and your growing baby too. They can also help stabilize your blood sugar levels, which can, in turn, reduce the feelings of nausea that are often associated with morning sickness. Think about incorporating lean meats into your diet. Chicken, turkey, and fish are fantastic sources of protein. But remember, always ensure they're fully cooked to avoid any potential health risks. If you're a vegetarian or vegan, don't worry. There are plenty of protein-packed options for you too. Beans, lentils, tofu, and tempeh can all be great additions to your meals. Now let's move on to complex carbohydrates. These are your slow-release energy foods that can keep you going throughout the day. They're digested more slowly than simple carbs, helping to keep your blood sugar levels stable and your tummy feeling fuller for longer. Whole grains are an excellent source of complex carbohydrates. Foods like brown rice, quinoa, oatmeal, and whole grain bread or pasta can help in easing morning sickness symptoms. So, next time you're at the grocery store, consider swapping your regular white bread for a whole grain option. Nuts are another powerful ally in your battle against morning sickness. They're packed with protein, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats. Almonds, walnuts, and cashews can be an easy snack to keep on hand when nausea strikes. Additionally, these protein-rich foods and complex carbohydrates are not only good for managing morning sickness, but also packed with essential nutrients. They contribute to the healthy growth and development of your baby, providing everything from fiber for digestion to zinc for cell growth. So remember, ladies, arm yourself with proteins and complex carbs to help combat morning sickness. These foods not only help manage morning sickness, but they also provide essential nutrients for your growing baby. Continuing with the list of beneficial foods, we now turn our attention to two more superstars of the culinary world that are especially helpful during pregnancy: ginger and vitamin B6-rich foods like bananas and avocados. First, let's talk about ginger. This root has a long history in traditional medicine, and for good reason. It contains compounds called gingerols and shogals, which have been shown to help soothe the stomach and reduce nausea. You can add it to your meals in various forms such as fresh, powdered, dried, or even as a juice. Not a fan of the strong taste? Try ginger candies or ginger tea. They're gentler on the palate but still pack the same beneficial punch. Now onto vitamin B6-rich foods. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, plays a vital role in brain development and function. It's involved in the production of neurotransmitters, the chemicals that transmit signals in the brain. But what does this have to do with morning sickness? Well, studies have found that vitamin B6 can help to reduce nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. In fact, it's so effective that it's often recommended by doctors and midwives. Two of the most delicious and accessible sources of vitamin B6 are bananas and avocados. Bananas are a convenient snack that you can carry with you and eat anytime you feel a wave of nausea coming on. And avocados? They're not only packed with vitamin B6, but also contain healthy fats and fiber, which can help keep you feeling full and satisfied. Spread some avocado on whole grain toast for a nutritious breakfast, or blend it into a smoothie for a creamy treat. Remember, these foods are not just for morning sickness, they are also great for your overall health during pregnancy. They provide a wealth of nutrients that support both your well-being and your baby's development. So why not add them to your diet today? While we've discussed foods that can help, it's equally important to know the foods to avoid. What you put in your body can significantly affect how you feel, particularly during the first 3 months of pregnancy. Certain foods may worsen morning sickness. This includes fatty and spicy foods, as well as those that are heavily seasoned. These are harder to digest and can lead to an upset stomach or heartburn. Also, it's crucial to steer clear of undercooked or raw foods. These could put you at risk for foodborne illnesses, which are not only unpleasant but can also pose risks to your pregnancy. This includes raw eggs, undercooked meat, and certain types of seafood. And of course, avoid alcohol and limit caffeine intake. While a small amount of caffeine is generally safe, it's best to consult your healthcare provider to determine the right amount for you. Keeping these foods at bay can make a big difference in managing your morning sickness. So, we've covered quite a bit today on dealing with morning sickness. Indeed, it has been a journey of understanding, unraveling, and learning, hasn't it? We've gone over the fundamentals of morning sickness, shining a light on why it happens and how it might feel. It's important to remember that it's a common and natural part of pregnancy, and while it may be uncomfortable, it's a sign that your body is adapting and preparing for the miraculous task of nurturing new life. We've also delved into the realm of nutrition, exploring the foods that can help alleviate the discomforts of morning sickness. From protein-packed snacks to vitamin-rich fruits and vegetables, to the soothing comfort of ginger and peppermint, we've discovered an array of foods that not only help combat nausea, but also provide essential nutrients for you and your developing baby. But perhaps just as important, we've talked about the foods to avoid during this delicate phase. Highly processed foods, foods high in sugar, and those with strong smells or flavors might exacerbate morning sickness. Remember, it's not just about eating right, but also about avoiding what might not sit well with you. Yet, the most crucial takeaway from our discussion is this: every pregnancy is unique. What works for one person might not work for another. The foods that soothe one woman's morning sickness might trigger another's. That's why it's vital to listen to your body and to consult with your healthcare provider for personalized advice. They can provide guidance tailored to your specific needs and circumstances, helping ensure the best possible health for you and your baby. In conclusion, the first 3 months of pregnancy might be a roller coaster of new experiences and sensations. There might be ups and downs, and morning sickness might be part of the ride. But with the right knowledge and tools, you can navigate this journey with confidence and grace. Remember, this is a special time in your life. Take care of yourself and your unborn baby. Thank you for watching.